So, thoughts, fellas and ladies? First opportunity to set standards when you show up on Saturday or Sunday night. The team talk. Okay, so those of us who've ref before, give us some examples of team talks. Rohit, give us your team talk, buddy.
Well, the first thing I tell them is I want to talk only to the captain. So that's probably the first thing I'd let them know. I ask them if they have a team leader or a forward packing leader. These are the only two people that will talk to me throughout the game.
Okay, so establishing who's going to communicate during the game. We talked about this last week. What did we say last week about communication?
Right time, right tone.
Right time and right tone. So again,
You raise your hand.
leading into the consistency conversation when we have that afterwards. If let's say Spartans under 15's team gets Matt Jones on week one, and Matt Jones says to the captain, when you talk to me, I want to hear, it has to be in the right time and with the right tone. Week 2, Cindy gets her first run out. Cindy speaks to that same captain, sends the same message. So what are we doing in terms of our perception as referees? So setting the standard. So we're each setting our own standard, but we're setting the same standard. So they know that we're talking together, we're sharing the same language, and then it makes it easier for them to learn how to communicate, so that when Ashley's willed out for the last couple of weeks, all the hard work's been done for him. So when he
I'm the video man.
in true Scottish fashion, when he starts talking, the players going, yeah, we've got it. Okay, anything else, Douglas? Pre-game talk. So we've established our channels of communication.
Zoom in.
It also actually depends on the age group that you're refereeing at. I think the B div is starting. So, okay, the B division is starting. So when you're talking to the schools in the higher tiers, I would put it, or the more experienced rugby playing schools, the ones that train more, you would speak less compared to the heartland schools where they train maybe once a week. So you want to bring everyone in as well and make sure they understand. So your team talks for the schoolboy games might take longer as well, and have the coach or the TIC swirling around or hovering around behind you as well, because they will clarify things. For example, who's over the ruck? Is it a person over the ruck with the ball in between, or is it two persons over the ball? So things like that they'll want to clarify at the team talk as well. So we need to set standards for that tournament also. At the higher levels, I know Charlie does it as well. And
So hang on, Doug,
yeah.
just to touch on what Doug said. So second key point is know your audience. So be aware of the level of game that you're refereeing at. I mean, it's something that Douglas is always guilty of, is talking too much.
yeah.
So do we want to go through every single rule of the game when we're doing our team talk?
No.
Yep.
No. So because remember, we're just trying to help set the early standards in the game. So we may want to talk about our philosophy of the tackle. So it's I want to put ball in the tackle. So that's enough to give to the teams. Certainly with a junior grade, it's always good to get everyone in and set the standards on high tackles. So player welfare is going to be number one. Okay. Mary, something else? Team talk?
Keep it simple and mention key points that you want them to remember. So instead of having long-winded sentences and things like that, pick like maybe a few key words or things that they'll be able to recognize on the field.
Okay. Pudra, anything else that we must include in our team talk?
Well, the first thing I always talk to the teams about is I'll mention safety first, especially during the junior games. Even in adult games, I'll tell them like set standards for the high tackles, and I would definitely mention safety over and over again. And if at any point of time anybody feels unsafe, like for example in the scrum or whatever, you can let me know, and then we will manage it from then on.
So what must we cover in our team talk?
I think everybody's mentioned everything.
No, we're missing one. Scrum engagement. Okay, so everyone's expected to go through the scrum engagement sequence. Okay, who's our scrum specialist today? Jonesy, come on, give us your front row.
Front row, square and steady, long arm bind, and then go through the claws, crouch, bind, set. And then go through the scrum half nose, not to get the ball in until it's nice and steady. And then try to compliment them if they're kids for a good scrum. The next time, like, that's a good one. Last one, just keep it the same again. So keep it positive as much as possible.
Yeah.
They get shouted at during the week enough, so we don't want the referee to do it, so keep it positive.
Sure. So just to be aware, we must cover that scrum briefly because it's a huge safety concern about the players coming together at scrums. Certainly when they go up to under 12s and under 13s, where they're actually pushing for the first time. A lot of them.
Mention the half a metre as well.
Yeah.
Or depending what age it is.
Yeah.
How far you can push.
Okay. Happy with that? Anything else we haven't covered?